This is Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, this is Stan Schofield, and I'm inviting all of my KWK family and my family to watch Church Without Walls, 11 o'clock on Mondays, for the greatest and latest show around. Thank you.
I'm Cynthia Lee Shang, and you're watching Church Without Walls on New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lopinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12 Central Standard Time. We thank you for watching, we thank you for listening, and we thank you for sharing 1 hour with us every Monday morning, and we're so happy. We hope to provide information to you. We have an open conversation every Monday morning, and ain't no question too small or too big that we don't want to deal with, and we want our listeners to know that Church Without Walls is here for you. We for our community, we for our parish, we for our state, and we think for people across the United States, we are for you. You are the church, we are the church. And we provide a topic every Monday morning, but you make the conversation. This is your show, this is your time, whatever you have on your mind. We don't put a muzzle on anybody. We discuss anything that you want to talk about. And if we don't have the answer, certainly this week, if we don't have the answer, we would have for you next week. I'm your co-host, Charles Stewart, and co-host also by Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams, who had a doctor's appointment today, and he's not in the studio. But anyway, I'm here today, and for our viewing and listening audience, you are with me today. So we got so much in the news. You know about that terrible virus that's going around, and it kind of hit me real hard as I was looking at an old newspaper article about the last time I think they had a disease called Ebola. I could have the name wrong, but anyway, it was a terrible disease that Ebola that was out when President Obama was president, and our president now, Trump, he condemned President Obama for not being able to handle the situation properly. And look what happened. 3 years later into his presidency, he having something that he don't have a clue how to deal with. And that is going on. I got so many calls to people that want to discuss it, I wanted to have someone to come on the show and talk about how to protect yourself and how to deal with Ebola, but they weren't able to come on. So we're not going to talk about this subject today. We're going to talk about Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. We'd like to know who is your choice that you would like to see represent the Democratic Party? Would it be Bernie Sanders or would it be Joe Biden? Which one of these two guys that you think that could go up against President Trump, and which one actually could beat him? So we would like to get your input. We'd like to know your feeling about it. And before we get into that, I want to let our listening audience know, especially those that live in Jefferson Parish, that next week our parish president going to be our special guest. She's going to be in the studio, and she's going to give us an update upon what's going on in Jefferson Parish. And she only been in office for 2 months. And she made a pledge when she came on the show a year ago that she said, when I win, I'm going to come back and be on the show. And she pledged to come on every other month to give you an update up on what her administration has done, and also building a relationship with the community. And so we'll be happy to have her. The Honorable Cynthia Lee Shane will be in the studio with us next Monday to give us an update up on her first 2 months in office and her plan for the future for Jefferson Parish. So tune in to us next week. But anyway, I would like to know today, who is your candidate? Who you would like between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders? If you'd like to get in on the comment section, you can download the app, www. New Orleans Talk Network. We also on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So call your friend up and tell them to download the app again, www. New Orleans Talk Network. We're on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And you like to get in on the comment section, you can dial 1-563-999-1808. And you can let your friend know and let the people across this nation know how you feel and what you think about the so far they had like 20 something candidate that was running that was hoping to be the choice of the Democrat Party, but seemed like it's down, I think, down to 3, if I'm not mistaken. A young lady from Hawaii is still in the race, but and I know that it's down to Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, unless something terribly go wrong, something happened to those two guys. Those is the two people that going to, one of the two will be going up against Donald Trump. Who you think, out of those two guys, who you think that could deal with Donald Trump? Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders? And it's amazing when you think about the candidate that left in the race. You had 4 or 5 female that was in the race, and it was well represented. They had, I think, they had a Vietnamese in the race, they had a Chinese in the race, and they had 3 African American in the race. And when the dust settled, you got 2 old men left. I think one of them is if I got their age correct, I think one of them is 77 years old, and the other one might be 78. So it's amazing that the country have chosen these 2 gentlemen, and when you figure the age limit, you would think they would pick somebody young. And a friend of mine was telling me that no one from the Democratic Party ever won the race for being president. Said no one over 50 years old have never won. It always have been somebody in their 40s. But time do change. The president now, I think he's like 71, 72 years old. And so age, some people say age ain't nothing but a number. And so certainly the country, I guess they're going with wisdom, and it's definitely not going on experience. But I do know that Joe Biden, he served as vice president. He do have experience in government. And also Bernie Sanders been a senator for many years. And so, in my opinion, seems like it's going to be 2 of these 3 guys, Donald Trump, quite naturally would represent the Republican Party. Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders would represent the Democratic Party. So we're going to take our first break, and we're going to open up, and we want to talk about who is your choice for president. 1-563-999-1808. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
This is Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are back. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls. I'm your host, Charles Stewart, and I'm certainly hoping that you have a beautiful day, and it's a great day. I tell all my friends, every day is a great day. It's all depends what you make out of it. It could be a great old rainy day, a great sunshiny day, a cold windy day. Any day that God let you wake up, it's a great day. So we thank you for tuning in to us today. And I want to remind y'all again that next Monday that our past president going to be on with us. She's going to come on every other month to give us an update what's going on in Jefferson Parish. So next Monday she'll be in the studio. And I want to say to our listening audience, we have, this is a station that want to talk about issues that affect people's lives. And also we're going to bring on people at least once a month. We want to bring on people from the community and for them to let us know what's going on in the community, what affect them, what it may be the health center, the community center, if you got problem or crime area, because the sheriff do come on, Church Without Walls, he come on every other month. And so whatever the problem is in the community, with this Church Without Walls and the New Orleans Talk Network, we are here for you to improve the quality of life and address some of the problems that you deal with. So you want to be a part of this. This was available to you. God has allowed this to happen, so you take advantage of it. Again, if you like to call in and be a part of it, don't be afraid. It's just a matter of having a conversation. That number is 1-563-999-1808. And I know a lot of y'all, be at work. You can't call in. You tell me that you're listening, watching. But every now and then it feels good for you. Sneak away, go in the break room. And say hello, call me and let me know how you feel about what's going on in our country today. And we were discussing earlier about who is your favorite? Who would you like to see represented? A lot of people love Bernie Sanders, and he certainly have his supporters. Many places he goes, he draws a large crowd, and he have thousands of people come out to hear him talk about his issues that he care about, health care and health care for all. And I don't think that would ever happen, that you would have health care for all. I don't think it would happen in this country, but that's something that Bernie believes in. His supporters believe in that, a lot of issues that he have. And certainly, I don't think that it's a reality that, that the Congress and the Senate would ever vote for to have health care for all. I just think that's nothing that's going to happen, but the health system have came from a long way. President Obama, the bill that he have, I think, is the health care plan is a great plan. I just think that the candidates, whoever they may be, they should build on it, not want to rebuild it or take it away and start all over again or what have you. I think that instead of they should build on it, not rebuild it, but they should build on this plan. And certainly a lot of people that didn't have health care, it's affordable health care everywhere. You got so many agencies. I know when I go to my post office box, I see so many, I get so many letters from at least 6 or 7 different health agencies want to be my provider. And so it's a good plan for everybody. And Bernie have his supporters, as I told you, is, in my opinion, probably 25, at least 20 to 25% of the Democrat Party seem to love him, no matter what. And I think that they're going to be with Bernie regardless. I think that Bernie Sanders' supporters, when he didn't get the nomination 4 years ago, I think that his supporters, they stayed home. That's why Hillary didn't get the support that she need. And I think that although he came on board late, but I don't think his supporter never really came on board. Now, if Bernie don't get the nomination this time, where is his supporters? If they're going to do the same thing, they're going to stay at home. And if they stay at home, I know that's something that Donald Trump would love, but his supporters stay home. So do you think that he don't, at least I don't think that he's going to get it. I mean, but he still have people fighting for him. I know yesterday out in Mississippi, actor Danny Glover was out in Mississippi campaigning for Bernie Sanders yesterday, and Joe Biden was also in Mississippi yesterday campaigning for I think Super Tuesday. I think it'll be tomorrow. They're gonna Mississippi a part of it. I think Alabama, all those states going to be they primarily be tomorrow. So he definitely have his supporters, and he have some very strong support. So Bernie Sanders, if his supporter, I think that they could be a disaster for the Democratic Party one more time, because they seem to be, it's Bernie or nobody. If Bernie can't get the nomination, they seem to not want anyone else to be president. And I say to people all the time that when you don't vote, and I don't know if you realize or not, you actually helping the other candidate win when you don't vote, because the other candidate gonna get his vote out. And a lot of times candidates, they work hard to suppress people not to vote. And they realize that if people stay home and don't vote, they spend more money on suppressing the vote than they do on their own campaign sometimes. I don't think people really understand just how that really works, because many people say, I ain't gonna vote because my vote don't count. Well, if you don't vote, you damn right your vote don't count, because it's not even counting at all. So we need to get that out of our mind and out of our head. I'm not going to vote. I think you should vote. I mean, and people died to have the right to vote. And it's a struggle I see out in Arizona. the Hispanic community, I think they done raised over 52,000 people they have registered to vote. And they got some out there fighting for people they working to sign up people to be able to vote when they can't even vote themselves, because of certain law. Some of them have been in the country long enough to be a citizen. But they out there working hard to get them to vote for them, and hopefully someday they would be able to vote. And that's amazing. I seen this story the other night. I was looking at that story, and the people, I think it was on CNBC in Arizona, and that's a lot of people. 52,000 Hispanics in Arizona. Now they're gonna make a difference in Arizona. Who win, who lose? 50,000 people. So, but they is fighting for their right, and I guarantee you those people gonna go vote. They know how important it is. They know if they go vote, that the possibility their mother and father, their kids will be able to stay in America. So it means something to them. And some of them have never voted before. And so that is a privilege to them, that's something special. It's almost like a kid on a Christmas morning that's got a brand new toy. That he see that toy, that gift that he wanted, he got it. And that's the way it seemed to be in the community in Arizona, that those people are very, very excited to be able to register to vote. And that's the way it should be here in America. But for whatever reason, we get upset, we get mad. Well, this candidate, I don't like him, and all of them the same. I mean, but you still need to go vote for somebody, and if you don't vote have consequences. And we have seen this many, many times when people don't go vote. They get mad, upset with a candidate. And it happens all the time. It happens in local elections, and it happens on the national level. So we got to take another break, and we'll be back. You are listening to Church Without Walls in the studio of the New Orleans Talk Network.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Yep. This is Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night. with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are back. You are listening and watching Church Without Walls in the studio of the New Orleans Talk Network. As I said many times before, we are on air every Monday morning, 11 to 12 Central Standard Time. This is your station. This is your time to shine. You can let your elected officials know how you feel, and you can let the whole nation know how you feel about what's going on in your community, regardless of where you live. You can express yourself. And I think we should always think about gold is gold, don't care where it's at. It can be in like a slum neighborhood, it can be in the ghetto, the Gitmo, and it can be in the state. But wherever gold is at, it's a piece of gold. Because consider yourself as a piece of gold, and your what you believe, it matter. And don't never think your opinion doesn't matter. It does. Sometimes when you speak up, you never know who's listening, and you also you got many people most likely would agree with you. Some of us think the same way. But when we think about the upcoming president race, who would you like to represent you from the Democratic Party, Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders? Now, talking to people, you get some of them like Joe Biden, and they say the reason they like Joe because Joe Biden been a vice president. He understands how the office works. And many people love Joe because Joe was a vice president for 8 years to Barack Obama. So he automatic by him being the vice to America's first African-American president, quite natural, he have an inroad with the black community. And and I think that a couple of weeks ago, I didn't think that I would be in the studio talking about Joe Biden is the leading candidate in the Democratic Party. I think like he delegate. I think he got like 52% of the delegate, and Bernie Sanders like 30 something. And so 2 or 3 weeks ago, I never would have thought that he stood a chance because it seemed like his campaign just like was making too many mistakes. He didn't have the money, and seemed to me the nation didn't love him. But Super Tuesday, everything changed around for him when in South Carolina, Jim Claiborne, the state representative, endorsed him, supported him. his whole campaign turned around. I mean, you know, like it was like between day and night. And since that, his campaign done took off, and I don't see nothing stopping him. And to people in America, once again, African America has stepped up to the plate, and we have supported candidate, and the thing that comes up on me, what do they, what do we get out of it? You know, I appreciate Mr. Biden being with Barack Obama. He stood by his side, but the African America as a whole, we making a difference, but what do we get out of this? You know, like a candidate that I liked in the race was the mayor of New York, Bloomberg. Why would I like him so much? Because he made a pledge that if I get to be president, I'm going to make sure that 150,000 African Americans will be able to open their own businesses. They'll be able to start banks. They'll be part of mainstream. I mean, this was something that to me was huge on the table. And many African Americans over the country that got elected, he the one put up the money for that. Bloomberg, I think he supported, if I'm not mistaken, over 20-something people that ran for state representative all over the country. And 20 out of all of them he supported, 20 of them won. They was able to take the House over. And yet and still, I think that he could have stood up to Trump. I mean, any amount of money that Donald Trump could come up with, he could match it right now. I think Donald Trump have over $2 billion in his war chest to run. Mayor Bloomberg could match that. But this woman, Congressman Elizabeth Warren, she destroyed him in a debate over something happened many years ago. I mean, she literally destroyed his campaign by going after him to help herself. She destroyed him and herself at the same time. But I was just saying, you know, how the country can get misled. If somebody, I mean, let's look at life like this. All of us make mistakes in life. And many of us done did a lot of things that we ain't happy about. I know I done did a lot of things. Definitely, I'm not pleased about. I ask God to forgive me. I done did a lot of things wrong. I'm afraid to even say some of them I did. If I said some of the things I did wrong, I might, I might have to leave the state, because I done did some bad things. But, God has forgiven God. And I moved on. And many of us say that we forgive people and we carry grudges, but seem to me, and I get, I get people really get upset with me when I say the African Americans don't seem to me that like the people, they don't seem to want to support people who support them, who would help them. I mean, it seemed to me we like that feel-good conversation. I mean, we like that sound bites, but we never sit down and figure out who would help us, how they gonna help us, and get the commitment for help. Now, as I said that the mayor of New York, his president, in my opinion, was best for the African American community because he made strong commitment to help them. And we go. I don't know what Joe Biden, former Vice President Joe Biden, I haven't seen any plan that he have on the table to create no new job for African America. I don't see where he want to create businesses. I don't see him saying nothing but his relationship that he have with the black community, his relationship with Barack Obama, and his experience. I mean, maybe coming later. But I don't know. Like I say, it's like Lee mean mind body. That I really don't understand how. We vote for people over and over again, and we talk about some people. I got a lot of friends, African American friends, that they gonna vote for a Democrat, don't care no matter what. The Republicans say, I'm gonna build 500 new houses. They say he a Republican, I can't vote for him. I want a Democrat. Yeah, a Democrat. The only thing he worry about if you gonna vote. And that's all the Democrat candidate pretty much worry about. If you gonna vote, why? He know how you gonna vote. He just wondering if you gonna vote. And that's something that I think that the African American community need to, that's something that a drastic change need to make in the area. And so regardless what candidate you like, I always tell people that I'm independent. I'm no Democrat, I'm not no Republican. I'm independent. I love the candidate who's going to help the community and who I think would improve the quality of life of people. And that's how I think that all of us should think. And I think that our parish would grow better. I think that as people, we would advance in life, but we keep on doing the same thing over and over again. And my daughter always tell me, she said, Daddy, people who do the same thing over and over again, he said, Daddy, they ain't sing. They getting the same result, but they constantly do the same thing over and over again. But I got to take another break. And after the break, we're going to continue this conversation. You are listening to Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Hi, I'm Prophetess Charlene Duforce.
And I'm Bishop Carol Duforce Sr.
And we're from Living Witnesses Ministries.
And we also have a program on the internet called Living by the Word Daily, and we're seen every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Central Time on the New Orleans Talk Network.
And we would like to invite you to tune in with us every Wednesday morning, again, 11 to 12 noon Central Daylight Time. Please join us as we teach the Word of God. Thank you, and God bless.
God bless you.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are back. You are listening and you're watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. Would you ever like to stop by during one of the live broadcasts? You're welcome to do so at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Studio B. You can stop by and holler at us as we're on live every Monday morning, 11 to 12. And today, I have been talking about the upcoming president race. And it seemed to be a lot of talk about the president race. I don't see the excitement in Jefferson Parish, not in New Orleans, about the president race. I guess the candidates, I guess they got certain areas that maybe they gonna plan on coming to, but as of right now, I don't see a great movement and people being excited in Jefferson Parish about the upcoming race. I mean, some of them talk about it, and but I haven't seen the excitement that they seem to have in other states. I've seen some states where I don't know what state it was. Last Saturday, I seen they had people stood in line for like an hour and something. That was in California. They were in line for a whole hour and a half. Imagine you waiting to vote that long. It meant a lot to those people to be in a line that long. But I certainly wish that our leader would come up with a better system to make it more easy on people to vote. Now, some states make it pretty easy for you, you know, like you can vote by mail, you know, and they have a lot of facility open. They can do everything else, but I don't understand why they make it so hard for people to go vote. Now, I can say here in Jefferson Parish, if you want to vote, you don't have that problem. I mean, at least I never had that problem. You know, I have, the longest line I ever been, they may have maybe 10 or 12 people in front of me. You know, that's the longest line that I guess at the time that I go, you know, maybe everybody been voted already. I go at the right time, but I haven't had experience like people say I had to wait in line for an hour. I don't think I waited over 10 or 15 minutes to vote. So in Jefferson Parish, I think Mr. Dennis DeMarco is over that department, and I think he did an excellent job over the years. Making the facility available even absentee votes. People seem to Only problem I think they have, some of the people that live in the Avondale area, and the Wagman area, I think that they're the only ones seen to have a problem, because I think they feel that they should have facility in their community. And if not mistaken, Mr. Marco, he was on the show. Now I don't know. I want to say he said that they taking a look at it, see how could they better that condition. But other than that, we had him on the show, and I think that he do a great job into making sure that he makes facility available that is easy for people to vote. So thank him for that, and to I tell the people that please, ma'am, whoever your candidate is, please, please, please exercise your right to vote. And don't listen to that nonsense that my vote don't count. Don't never let nobody tell you that your vote don't count. And if I can say it to you another way, they right if you don't go vote. It don't count because you haven't voted. So let me say it again. When people tell you your vote don't count, they are lying to you about your vote don't count. But if you don't go vote at all, then they tell the truth. Call you. If you didn't vote at all, it don't count. So remember that. If somebody walk with you saying your vote don't count, just tell them, say, well, you just let them know that if I don't vote, it definitely won't count. So I said to each and every one of y'all that I hope you're seeking to have a great week. And I'll ask you to get much information you can on the candidate. And I hope that you have a great week, you and your family. Be careful. The place that you go, they say wash your hands. So these perfecting, giving you advice, take the advice. Again, don't forget next week, our past president, Cynthia Lee Shane, would be in the studio to talk about our first 2 months in president and what she's going to do in the future. And you have an opportunity to talk to her and tell her what you feel about how your grass get cut in your community and about your community, about the housing problem, whatever you see in your community could that affect you, that the president have authority over it. So I said to each and every one, don't forget, whatever question, if you think of something during the week, write it down. And she'll be in the studio next Monday. Write it down, and you'll be able to answer that question yourself. So we ask you to tell your friend, Church Without Walls is on the air every Monday morning, 11 to 12. And always we tell you that we love you, we love you, we love you, and we thank y'all for watching and listening. Church Without Walls. Remember, no such thing as being half dead. If you're dead, you're dead. So love you. See y'all next week.